Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. Entered for you guys is another Star Wars The Mandalorian Season 2 review. Today we're tackling Chapter 10, or Episode 2, Season 2, Episode 2. I keep thinking about Lego Star Wars in the episode level. It's going to be Season 2, Episode 2, The Passenger. Now, I'm sorry this is not coming out on the 6th. This is coming out a day later on the 7th. But in the background, you're going to see some Star Wars Battlefront 2 gameplay. I might throw in some Mandalorian trailer content. Who knows? I don't know what I'll do. I'll do something, though. But you will be seeing Battlefront 2 gameplay in the background. So, yeah, I mean, what can you say that hasn't been said already? The Mandalorian is a great show. My only complaint regarding Season 1 and so far of Season 2, my only complaint is maybe a little bit of the CGI, but that's not too good, because honestly, The Mandalorian is probably the best-looking CGI out of any live-action show filming. But also, I think that maybe a lot of complaints that I've heard is that this season, especially this episode, The Passenger, is very slow. And I'll admit it is a little bit slow, but again, you have episodes like Rebels and Resistance and the Clone Wars, which are 22 minutes, so they kind of have to be a little bit quicker. This is Chapter 9 was 52 minutes, I think, and this is like 44, 47 or whatever. So it has a little bit more breathing room with each episode, and it really kind of feels like a mini movie. So I know why they're doing it, but maybe they should, obviously things are going to pick up toward the end of the season, but right now it's just a little bit slow. But what are you going to do? I don't really mind it too much. But right now, the plot of this episode revolves around the Mandalorian and the child. Of course, they're on their crusade to find more Mandalorians now that he has Boba Fett's helmet. And there's a really funny moment. Again, this is common sense. Spoiler, so you've already seen it. But I like where he gets kind of held up in the beginning and the jetpack shoots, and he just falls down and slams himself into the floor. That was kind of funny. A lot of the prequels... the prequel movies are not that funny. The originals have a little bit of humor, and the sequels have the most amount of humor. And I think Star Wars and humor can blend really well if done correctly. I think the originals and sequels have excellent humor. There really isn't anything that I don't find funny in those films. And Mandalorian is the same thing. I think if they do it right, and the other animated shows too, anything canon, if they do it right, it's funny. If they don't do it right, which I haven't really seen too much of that in Star Wars, but I thought that was a kind of funny moment. And then basically, they find this frog lady, which I googled it because I don't remember Mandalorian or anyone saying her name. Her name, quite literally, so far as of now, is just Frog Lady. So really, really freaking inventive there. And basically, they're trying to go to a planet called Trask, which apparently has other ties to canon, which I don't know. I like to think I know everything Star Wars, but there's some novels I haven't read, some comics I haven't read, so it probably relates to that. Unless I don't remember something from Rebels. But Trask is the planet where they're trying to go, find Mandalorians, and they also get a lead that this frog lady has her husband on that planet that knows personally another Mandalorian. So that's their motive. That's their mission operative, Go to the planet Trask, help this frog lady out, deliver her babies to her husband so they can reunite the family and find more Mandalorians. Of course, it doesn't happen as these X-Wing kind of pop out of nowhere, and I believe one of the X-Wing guys is Dave Filoni, who directs and sometimes writes The Mandalorian and some of the TV show content, so that's kind of cool. I don't know who the other dude is, but basically this is kind of the slow part, where it's literally just like a minute and a half of Mandalorian or Din Djarin sitting in the freaking Razor Crest, and they're just kind of scanning him and talking. It's not boring, but I know why they're doing this stuff. I know why. It's just, I don't know, if they keep this up, it could get boring sometimes. I don't know why. And it's funny, because it's tense, and then it's a little bit humorous at times, so I get that. But some of it is just kind of a little bit too, I'm kind of sitting there like, I'm not bored. I could never get bored by Star Wars, unless it's really boring. But I'm kind of sitting there and watching it with my mom and dad, and I'm like, come on, do something, you know what I mean? And then something happens, and there's a little bit of a chase. I don't know what planet the Mandalorian goes to. It looks like the planet Ilum. I don't think it is, because Ilum is, of course, the planet in Jedi Fallen Order, the video game, and Star Wars The Force Awakens, which is Starkiller Base. I don't think it's Ilum. It's probably just some other random snow planet that I don't know the name of. If they said the name, tell me in the comments, but don't tell me any spoilers in the comments, just the name of the planet. But still, I think that it, then it picks up, and you guys know something had to happen, right? So he parks the ship, and they fall down, and they're kind of screwed, right? God, how are we going to get this frog lady, and her babies to this planet Trask? How are we going to do this, And then, of course, they bring out the spiders. The damn spiders. It seems like Harry Potter and Aragog and Lord of the Rings and Shelob and now frickin' Star Wars and this crazy crab spider looking thing. I swear to God, we've seen these things before in Rebels. They look so familiar. They really do. But it's freaky for sure. I don't like spiders. I'm not gonna I don't freak out with spiders in media. But not too good to look at. Not gonna lie. So the Mandalorian and the child and the frog lady are basically being chased by these crab spider things, and it's pretty freaking funny to see the child eating her eggs and eating. He's basically eating everything. He's really hungry. He's like Shaggy. In Star Wars form. But it has good humor. It has great special effects. It has good writing for the most part. Good acting across the board. A pretty good story. Now, of course, we know that this story does not get resolved. They do not make it to the planet. They basically have a really effed up and jacked up Razor Crest ship that's really charred and kind of broken. He's basically kind of like Rey in The Rise of Skywalker when she goes from what the hell's the planet? Shoot. The planet from The Last Jedi. I can't even remember it. It's one of my favorite planets, too, and I can't remember it. The planet where Luke is, and then they basically go from there to Exegol. Still can't remember the planet. God dang it. I know this thing. Jeez. Of course, when I start filming, I forget things. Yeah, I'm not having it. I don't know. But yeah, so there is a big moment where it's kind of like that feeling. But overall, I don't know. I think this episode was good. It's not perfect, but it has some good ties to other canon. It has some really cool and interesting creatures and monsters. Baby Yoda, or the child, is really funny, eating everything, and I think it was pretty intense and pretty crazy with those crab spiders. So I enjoyed it a lot and gave not too many issues. Maybe a little, not boring, but a little slow at times, a little too slow. So I'm going to give this probably, I don't know, a 9 out of 10. Really not big of a deal. I really wouldn't call it boring. I just call it a little more, less intense and less entertaining, but it all has a purpose. Don't worry, it's not just slow to bore you. It all has a reason for the story, and I get that they're doing that. So hopefully next time, a lot of people are kind of mad that, it's not following Boba Fett, and where's Sabine, where's Ahsoka, but you guys know the show doesn't go like that. It goes off previous things. So anyway, again, 9 out of 10. Hope you guys enjoyed. I still can't remember the name of that planet. I keep wanting to say Ajon Kloss, but that's from The Rise of Skywalker. That's their new base. Not great. Darn it, man. I knew it. Poop. Anyway, I'm mad. I swear to God, as soon as I'm done filming, I'll freaking remember it. Thank you, guys. All Star Wars is good. And let's see. Can I remember here in 4 seconds? No, I can't. Thank you, guys. And we'll see you in the next video. And I'm ashamed of myself. I can't remember that planet. Gosh darn it. By the way, just so I can sleep tonight, I found out it's Octo. There you go. Octo. That was the planet. I knew I had it.